Hello friends, myself I am Professor Sanjay Bhadke, and today we are going to discuss our GATE exam syllabus under the All India Council of Technical Education, and our scheme is Prerna stream. So, student, in previous classes, we already discussed about the various concepts which is related with the transportation engineering. We discuss about the how we can plan and how we can design the various road. Then what are the various factors which affecting the road design? How we can decorate the road designs. We also discuss about the various material, various aggregates which we are using for the road construction. Uh, Today we are going to discuss about the second part of transportation, and that is basic terminology in airport engineering. So we know that our total syllabus of transportation engineering is divided in two parts. So one is your railway engineering, and second one is your uh, transportation engineering, which includes the airport engineering. We know that airport engineering plays a very important role in your life. If you want to fast travel from one place to another place, so in that case, we are using the services of the aircraft and aeroplanes. So today we are going to discuss about the various terminology, basic terminology, which is related with the airport engineering. So, what are the various airport management courses outline, which is introduced in our today's class? Is so introduction to the airport engineering. What are the various airport components? How air traffic control tower, airport terminal buildings, airport operations, airport security, airport financial management, airport environmental impacts, and airport organization structure. And the final is attracting the factor of airlines to airport. So, in our first chapter, today we are going to discuss about the various introduction with the airport engineering. So, what are the learning outcomes related to this topic? By the end of this section, student will able to know and describe about the airports. We can explain the several different types of airport, what do you mean by airport, how airports are classified, how the airport can be constructed. We are also going to discuss about the various functions of the airport, how airports are utilized, what are the various components of airport. So these are the collective learning output of this topic. Now first we are going to discuss about what do you mean by the airport. What do you mean by the airport? So recording. What do you mean by the airport? Basically, an airport is a facility where passenger connect from ground transportation to the air transportation. So we know that there are various mode of transportation engineering. One can travel through a road, one can travel to the railways, and one can travel to the waterways. So this way we have the another transportation facility, another transportation facility, another transportation facilities. So that another transportation facility, it will introduce the airport. So how we can explain the airport? So airport can be uh, defined as a facility where passenger connect from ground transportation to the air transportation, ground transportation to the air transportation. And this is one of the important transportation where you can save your times. One of the transportation where you can save your times. And You just take an example. If you want to travel from Nagpur to Mumbai or Mumbai to Nagpur, so by train it will take more than 12 hours. But if you are going through the aircraft, so if you are going to the aircraft, it will take not more than 1 hour. So that by traveling through the uh, aircraft, we can save our times. So if in deep we want to discuss about the airport engineering, then airport can be uh, a location where aircraft such as a aeroplane, helicopter take off and land. Basically, airplane. It can be named in technical language as a aircraft. So aircraft is a small model of the airplane, and normally we are using the various types of airport for the takeoff and landing of small aircraft, small aeroplane, helicopters, etc. And secondly, if you want to maintain various types of uh, airport, it can be storage and maintained at the airport. So on the airport, there are different on the airport. There are different buildings, basically where we can do the maintenance of the various aircraft. If you're doing the maintenance in particular building, that particular building is called as the hangar. So many times they may ask you, what do you understand by the hangar building? What do you understand by the terminal building? Basically, if you want to do the maintenance, if you are doing the maintenance in particular area, that particular area is called as the uh, hangar building. And next is the terminal building. So what do you mean by the terminal building? Where we are providing the various types of facility to the passenger, where canteen is available, where canteen is available, then where ticket room is available. All that area is called as the terminal building. An airport should have a runway or takeoff and landing building such as hangar and terminals building. Okay. So these are the small structure of airport. Now we are going to define about the airfield. Basically, airfield is an area where aircraft can land and take off, which may be or may not be equipped with an navigational aids or marking. Many grass strips are also designated as a airfield. So the plain area where there is no facility of hangars, where there is no facilities of when there is no facilities of uh, terminal building, only a plain area which is a small area which we are using for the usually the takeoff and landing of the smart small airport. That area is called as the airfield. So in this picture, you can see one airport has been shown. So this airport is equipped with various types of terminal building. It is equipped with various types of hangar building, and you can see where there are various types of runways. All type of visual aids, which include the marking and lighting, are provided here. So this is a cross section of the airport, where you can see the various types of facilities are provided. Next, what do you mean by the aerodrome? So basically, airport uh, is a big structure, and aerodromes is a big structure where there is a landing and takeoff of various. There is a landing and takeoff of various big aeroplane. That particular area is called as the aerodrome. Already I discussed and I explained the various types of equipment which is provided in this area. So normally we can define as the aerodrome is the area on the land or water which include the building, installation, and equipment intended to be used either wholly or in the part of arrival, departure, and surface movement of the aircraft. So aerodrome is a big structure like a airport where the various types of aircraft will come from other state, from other countries, where they can be managed, or they can be stay for 10 to 12 hours. So all type of modern facilities are available in the aerodromes. So student, here one top view has been shown of the airport. This airport is a Hartfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport. So you can see in this airport all types of buildings, hangar buildings, all types of terminal building, various process of parking configuration, orientations, all this arrangement has shown. So if there is any problem with the airport, and if you want to manage the airport or maintain it, so all these facilities are provided in this airport, and this is fully equipped with various facilities, which is very useful in the point of passenger. So now next we are going to discuss about the airport history. So it gives me pleasure that announce that the world first airport was built in 1928 at Croydon near London. Basically, it was in England, and it was a main airport of the London till it was closed down due to some obstructions in 1959, and after the World War of II. Now this is open for the visitor as a center of aviation. So what is the structure of airport? How the airport are classified? If you want to take all this knowledge, so you can go and visit to this spot. So here in this figure, you can see the various major group of activations in the aviation. So while we are doing, if we are taking the subject of the airport, there are some rules and regulations. Then we should follow all these rules and regulations while traveling to avoid the various types of accidents or various types of damage. So how these regulations are laid down? So there is one official body called as the Airport Traffic Control Division, which do these different types of regulation, which help us to manage the services of the aircraft. Secondly, airport is the one of the important things in which the major groups are the airlines. There are the aircraft which owned by various airlines in the state and in the country, and all I discussed that air traffic services we have to provide in the purpose of the safety. So these are the major groups of activations and aviations in the airport engineering. Next, you can see that these are the various airlines for which different airports they are using. So if you want to travel from one country to the another country, every country have their own airlines. Just say for if in India we have different airlines, we have international airlines like Air India, we have Indian Airlines. So this way for other state and other countries they have Malaysia Airlines, Air Asia, then British Airways is there, Cathay Pacific, then Vigreen, Jet Airways, Spice Airways. So these are the various services which is provided by the various countries for traveling from one place to another. So all these mm, air services is belonging from the different countries, and these facilities can be available throughout the country for all passengers. Now, when we are traveling through the airport, so air traffic services is one of the important thing, because if you are traveling through the road, if you are traveling through the railways, we should follow the rules and regulations. So while when we are traveling to the airport, so there is a one air traffic services division which help in navigating aircraft while landing, taking off, flying the air, overflying, and country taxi on the ground and parking. They provide a discipline in the air and also on the ground and maintain safety. The services are provided by using the modern equipment, including the basically when pilot is uh, having with his aircraft, so he should have a different instructions because if there is any temperature or atmospheric problem, so in that case you cannot fly, and or it is risky to fly. So then how you will get the various instruction. In some cases, if there is any fault in the aircraft while flying in the uh, air, so how he will get the various instructions. So the air traffic services will provide the various instruction to the pilot through the electronics media and radar communications. And if there is any problem, and in case of the safety purposes, from both sides, there is a communication with the modern equipment and which help to control the traffic air traffic services. What are the regulations policy and how these regulation policies laid down? So there is one international body which is called as the International Civil Aviation Organization, in the short form, which is called as a ICAO. So ICAO is the uh, uh, a body on the world level which activate and monitor all the various services which is provided by the aircraft airport in throughout the world. So you should remember that that body is a ICAO body, which called as the International Civil Aviation Organization. So what are the various functions of the Civil Aviation Organization? The International Civil Aviation Organization, which is called as the ICAO, as the agency of the United Nations, codifies the principle and techniques of international air navigation, and they are do various planning and development related with the airport engineering. And it is also plays an important role in the field of ensure the safety and orderly growth of the various airports. So we know that one person want to travel from one country to the another country. So all these countries are attached to with each other through this ICO body, and this ICO body is responsible for the various communication of all these air traffic controls. Uh, this body is having their own some principles and techniques which can be followed by all the United Nations to come on the common platform. They have their different codings, their plannings, their regulations related to this air traffic services, and it is the responsibility of every nation, every country to follow the rules and regulations which laid by the ICAO. So here in this figure, you can see the one airport and various aircraft has been shown, and which is belonging from the Malaysia. And in Malaysia, this department is called as the Department of Civil Aviation, DCA. So these are the various documentation which is related with the uh, Malaysia Airlines, which is called as the Aeronautical Information Publications in Malaysia. So this example which we have taken here. So this way, in every country, they have their own rules and regulations, and everyone follow these rules and regulations to control the air traffic services. Now, how the airports can be classified. So basically, there are various types of the airports, and these airports can be classified as a international airport, regional airport, and domestic airport. So we know that the international airport, when there is a flying of the aircraft from one country to another country, then it is called as the international airport. In case of the domestic airport, the aircraft can be fly within the domestic area, and in case of regional airport, it can be fly within the regional area. Then what are the various what are the various application of international airport, or what are the utilization of international airport? An international airport has a direct service to many other airports. It handles scheduled commercial airlines, both of the passenger and cargo. Many international airports also service a hub or place where non-direct flight may land and passengers switch place. They're typically equipped with custom and imagination facility to handle the international flight and from other countries. Such airports are usually larger and often feature longer runway and facilitate to accommodate the large aircraft. So basically, we know that if we are thinking of the international airports, so they should have provide the high quality facility. And if we are seeing, so that type of high quality facilities are available with the international airport. So here you can see this is the one top view of the O'Hare International Airport, Chicago. It is in United States, and here you can see the various types of buildings, which is we call as a hangar buildings, we call as a terminal buildings, uh, various types of parking configurations, and also the various types of orientation. What is the runway? What are the exit way? So all these things you can observe here, and you can see the various types of road constructions and the other various types of facilities are provided here. So this is one of the international airports. So all type of modern facilities are available here. Here you can see this is the another picture of the London Heathrow Airport, United Kingdom. So here you can see, as we discussed, that this is a top view of the airport. It is an international big airport. So all type of facilities are available here. So here you can see how the various types of aircrafts are parked here. So many times we know that if an aircraft is coming from outside, so it should have take the rest at particular airport. So all type of arrangement of parking in the exit way are showing here, and this aircraft having a proper type of configuration in which they are parked. So here you can say what are the various pattern of parking. So there are various pattern of parking. So here uh, this airport, this aircraft are parked parallel to the your terminal building. So it may be called as a parallel or perpendicular. So some aircraft are parked away from the building. So this is the various pattern. It is called as the configuration of parking. So we are doing this uh, just to minimize the occupations area, and we can doing this like a incline parking is also there, perpendicular parking, parallel parking, topmost parking towards the building. So these are the various types of parking, and everyone should follow this type of parking configuration. So this is another picture of Basling Capital International Airport. So here we can see that this is a night view, and here you can see one runway is showing here without any obstructions. So we know that we are providing various types of marking. We are providing various types of lighting that is called as the visual aid. So this type of marking, this type of lighting are help to the pilot to take off or land is the aircraft in the dark area or in case of night. So all these visual aids, it include the parking and arrangement the various of lighting on the airport. So this is the one night view, and where you can see see how this runway can be constructed, how various types of markings are provided, and you can see in the front of runway various types of small aircraft are parked there. So these are the various patterns that we should follow for the proper air traffic control services. So this is one of the Hong Kong International Airport which is constructed on the sea. One of the miracle you can see here, and all type of facilities are provided here. So this is one of the different types of airport, and which is situated in the Hong Kong. So all type of facilities are available here, and normally in case of any war or any emergency, we are using this type of airports. You can see here it shows the various parking configurations. This is the Incheon International Airport. These are the various pictures of the airport. Now we are going to discuss about the domestic airport. So what are the various ideal requirements of the domestic airport? It is an airport which handle only domestic flight or a flight with the same country. The domestic airport don't have the custom and immigration facility and are therefore incapable handling flight to or from a foreign airport. These airports are normally have short runway which are sufficient to handle. Basically, domestic airport, if you want to define, these are the airport where the flight can be just fly in the domestic area. So that is called as the domestic airport. Basically, in Nagpur, previously it is a domestic airport, but now it can be equipped with modern facilities, so it can be converted into the international airport. Now, what do you mean by the regional airport? A regional airport is an airport service traffic within a relatively small or lightly populate geographical area. The second feature of a regional airport is usually does not have any custom and immigration facility to process traffic between the countries, and various airports are using this type of facility of regional airport. You can see this is one of the regional airport which is situated in Lusciania Regional Airport, where we just provided one a runway, and in case of emergency, we are using this regional airport. Here only one runway is there, one terminal building is there, and it is come in the category of the small airport. Now we are going to just discuss about the airport ownership. It is very important thing that most of the world airports are owned by the government bodies and who then lease the airport to private corporation who runs the airport's operation. Normally, if you take an example of the Air India, so Air India is the or any Air India which are using the various airport in the India. So these airport are the properties of the government, and in some cases, if there is any obstruction, it will be managed by the private bodies. And if you're taking an example, though in Malaysia, airports are authorized by the Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad, which is called as the MHSB. The MHSB is responsible is to focus on the operation, management, and maintenance of the Malaysia airport. Now, how the airports are managed? So there are several divisions to manage the sub-organization and the airport. The divisions are include airport operation services, which is related with the security, fire, resource, and maintenance. Airport planning and development, which is related with the airport financial, which is related with the revenue business. And the primary object of each division is to ensure the operational efficiency, safety, and security of passenger, cargo, and aircraft operation. So finally, airport are managed with the different technical bodies, and I think it should be managed properly. That it should give efficient result, and there should be the proper safety. Now we are going to discuss about the airport structure. So normally airport structure can be designed as a land side and air side. So these are the various components which come from the land side and air side. So here we can discuss the various part of the airport. So normally we know that runway is the one part of the airport where what aircraft can take off and land. Then taxiway is the particular part where we can park or aircraft. Then apron is the building uh, where if you want to maintain or if you want to do some repair in your aircraft, in that case we are using the apron buildings. So another, there are some gates are also provided for the coming and exit of the aircraft. Uh, Also, it's include the various type of internal construction like road construction in airport, building construction, various parking, waste parking configuration. So all these come under the category of land side and air sides. So student, here you can say this is the one cross sectional area shown in the case of airport engineering. So here you can see the various facilities like control towers are available, access road, passenger terminals are available, bypass taxiways are there, apron buildings are there, then taxiways and parking area, maintenance hangar. So all these type of facilities are available on the airports. So next point is the if you just discuss about the safety of flight, airport operations, airport signs, runway, LASO, and airport lighting. So already I told you in case of the visual aids, why we are using the visual aids. So we are using this visual aids that under this visual aids we are doing various marking on the airport. We are providing various lighting structure to the airports, which is helpful for the pilot if he wants some indication in case of dark area or in case of night. So it also helps to provide the various type of safety to us. Then what are the various objectives which related with this terminology that one should understand the environmental consent, operation policy, learn the basic safety measures that should be taken in around the airport environment, recognize and understand basic airport marking, sign and lighting, know the definition of LASSO, when it may be used, who can should be participate in this. So here you can say that these are the various components of safety of flights, and maybe next class we are going to discuss about in detail in the visual aid. So I'm just going with all this thing. So these are the various terminology which related with the safety of flight, which you can see in the uh, picture. When a aircraft want to move towards the sky, it have to exit a opposite force of same magnitude which help him to fly against the air. But while flying in the air, we should have the knowledge of wind, where the wind is acting, in which direction wind is acting, and at the same time when someone is taking the flying, what will be the position of wind roses. So being the engineer, we should study all these things which is related with the wind roses and flying structure. here you can see safety of flight. Uh, so in this picture, it is shown that landing behind a large aircraft on the some same railway, landing behind the departing aircraft, departing after a large aircraft. So by this figure, you can see that when one aircraft want to fly in the air, so it should have some length for running. Once it's running, it will take a fly against the wind, and while taking the fly, we should have the knowledge of the wind rules, and that day we should know the direction. So all this come under the safety of flight. So student, you can see this is one the airport of marking, and I already discussed that visual aids. It is a very important thing which come under the airport marking. You can say this is the one runway. In this runway, various types of markings are shown, and basically these markings are useful. Basically, this marking is useful for the provide the safety to the pilot and provide the safety to other purposes. These are the various traffic pattern which we are using for the airport engineering. And if we get a chance, we will visit to this airport, and at that time, practically, we can understand all these things. And already I had told you that one engineer should have the knowledge of the wind indicator, wind sock, wind tip, and data and segment circles. Student, you see in this is a cross section of the airport marking, which come under the VFR and IFR. These are the various types of marking which we are providing, and this is useful to understand the various terminology of airport. Here you can see these are the threshold lines, and this is threshold marking configuration with the air types, and designation markings are provided there. Various types of aiming point marking is there. So all these are useful in case of visual aids. So these are the various airport marking. You can just note how this threshold can be denoted and how that can be explained. So it explained under the category of option may be available for taxi, white line marks, and beginning of the landing operation. So basically for this marking, we are using the various types of color, which include the white colors, yellow colors, and various types of marking, and they have the various types of indication. All these we are providing in case of safety purpose. See here, these are the various types of airport marking, which include the blast pad and CRs. Now you can say this is one of the example of taxiway where we are providing the yellow color smart marking, and also we are providing one central line can give us the various indication regarding the state alignment of the runway or taxiway. And all this taxiway we are using in case of parking purposes. If you want to park a particular aircraft in an aircraft particular area, so in that case we are using this route, which is called as the taxiway. This is IR shown type of marking, and these are the various hand signals which are given by a particular person, which is available on the airport, and the pilot can understand all this marking when he want to shift his aircraft from one place to another place. So in that case, all these hand signals are used. These are the various airport signs. These numbers like a 15 and 33. These numbers are used in case of the airport signs. You can see here one sign is shown in case of yellow colors, black color. So these all are called as the designation sign. And already I told we are using various types of color for this type of designation sign. This is the informatory sign, which advance you to for a good to know about the information, and there should not be any type of uh, accident, and it provide you the safety. You can see one yellow background board is shown here. This is the runway distance remaining. Here we are using the black paint with the white board marking. These are the various airport signs. In the pictures, you can show that various numbers, various thresholds are shown here, which is useful for the as an airport sign. Now we are going to discuss about the runway incursion avoidance. So it includes the study of airport layout, complete checklist. You should know your location, so you can know by this how you can provide the stop at ask to ensure various position of the aircraft. So all this come under the runway insurance avoidance. So student, this way we have discussed the basic terminology of the airport engine, and our next part is continuous with the usual aids in the next class. And this topic is very important in case of your gate examination. So I hope you will prepare for the gate examination and you will get the best result. Thank you. Thank you very much. नहीं हो रहा है